We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20.
Bulls take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
This one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, there's someone who's running the football with a big smile on his face, and that's Kenyon Drake, because you remember last year he was in Miami, wasn't getting many carries, not a lot of success, but in midseason ended up in Arizona and became a huge weapon for the Cardinals. 8 touchdowns the second half of the season. Utilized really well. Big-time skilled player who can run it and catch it out of the backfield. He has finally found a home and a place for his talents.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Murray a give. This is Drake. And some room to maneuver. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A huge play there for Arizona. 56 yards.
The 5-yard line.
First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. On the give, this is Drake. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Touchdown,
taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0.
Makes the score Cardinals 7, 49ers nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
5-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Now on 2nd and 16. Garoppolo, his throw incomplete. He was looking for the rookie Brandon Ayuk. Third down here. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Is a defense what a nuisance when you look on the other side and they've got a tight end that can run a post route like that. And you felt the ground shake, didn't you? Oh, even all the way up here in this booth. How about when he grabbed the football? You could see the terror as everyone was thinking, do I even want to try and tackle that big man? So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Mostert. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Check 50, check 50. Hey, alert, alert, alert. 21, 21. Here we go. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Isaiah Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
There defensively.
They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You got to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a give to Edmonds. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So he was holding from that left tackle position.
One tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. the gun. Here's Murray. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. Third and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Third down, Drake. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as he'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about it.
Oh, had to get it out quickly, but it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Touchdown, 49ers. And you don't see this one very often, but that one was blocked, deflected, whatever you want to call it, and they were able to pick it up and advance it into the end zone for a touchdown. And as a punter, with the heels of your shoes in the back of that end zone, tough spot to be in. The nightmare scenario plays out. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. On first and 10, here's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Second and 10. A handoff out of the pistol. It's Drake. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. Shotgun now for Murray. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, first and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it?
Brings up 2nd and 5.
the 39. Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a first down.
George Kittle is easily one of the elite tight ends in the NFL. Back-to-back seasons of 88 and 85 catches. We just saw another one right there. Anytime he lines up on the field, you better treat him as a primary receiver and make sure you have a second guy in the vicinity to try and cover him.
An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, a run with Mostert. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Here we go, here we go.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
10 at the 20-yard line.
They hand it off to Mostert, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Chandler Jones so quick. He was the one that got in to stop that one before it got started.
Back at the 24-yard line.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And a loose football. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
Sets up a first down and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Second and 4. They run toss to the right with Drake. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
56. Mike, 56, right there.
Now on first down, Drake again. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
The ball carrier.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Coming up on 2nd and 7. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Murray going deep for Hopkins. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Flushed out right. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
The tackle by
and there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
On second down now, it's Drake. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in, and they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kenyon Drake, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's 2nd and 10. A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
11. Go ahead.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one. Angling for the sideline.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll start the drive with Drake. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
56, right there, 56.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Murray. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Murray. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. First down, Drake. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Intended for Larry Fitzgerald. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Murray. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Max Williams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this carries into the end zone. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hey, alert! Alert!
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Devondre Campbell, the one who fought his way in there to make the play.
Back at the 42.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
Hey, D-back, let's go. Pick it up, D. 48 for Mike. Check that out.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo taking a shot for Samuel. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
56 for Mike.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
56 for Mike. 56 for Mike.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Nick Bosa showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. On the toss, straight going left. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
3rd down.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. From the gun, Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run it here with Edmonds. And tough sledding. They'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Second and 9. Now Murray. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
It's a gain.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. operating from the gun. Murray. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack.
It's 4th down.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Garoppolo. Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked off by the rookie Isaiah Simmons. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try to run with Edmonds. And he is in for 6. Touchdown Cardinals.
Arizona.
Punching it in from a yard away. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. He'll tuck it and run. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
49ers 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. To throw is Garoppolo. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
49er. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
We are through three quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
14.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
He certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The Niners on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is third and 10. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner first down. And on that last catch, Charles, he tops the 150-yard mark. It's one thing when your wideout gets that. When your tight end gets it, it's quite another.
We keep seeing the evolution of that position, don't we? Where we've seen where it's gone from strictly as a blocker to a guy who caught a few passes to now an integral part of the passing game, sometimes the primary receiver, because a lot of these guys have wide receiver skills, and we're seeing that on display here. Just think about the guys of the past looking back at this game and saying, sure wish that was me. I'd love to have gone out for those types of passes.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. They get 6. That'll leave them with third and 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Niners on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is third and 4. Garoppolo again. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
First and 10.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Second and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Again looking for Samuel, this time the catch made. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
Touchdown.
From 19 yards away. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Murray going to fire one out wide. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And 3 yards there takes them to the 45.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On second down, it's Drake. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
He's across midfield.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
On the play.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Andy Lee now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Down and 10.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Niners on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Hey, alert! 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 48, come on. 48, come on. We got it.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
39-yard line.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
A gain of
23 yards, the final tally.
And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now Garoppolo. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And this is back down to a 7-point game. Well, that's one part of the equation. Puts them back within one score, but I'd be surprised if we don't see an onside kick coming up.
Yeah, I think you're probably right, partner. They've still got the 2 timeouts.
Now the ball comes loose. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13
yards. First down, Arizona.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? He's a little too aggressive there from his Mike linebacker spot.
Sometimes you jump into gaps trying to draw them off sides. This time he tricked himself.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Arizona, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown.
And they will head home for next week's contest. That is against Washington.
Meanwhile, for the Niners, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.